the chocolates!
Wait, there's a podcast?
Yes. Really?
Scarehouse, welcome back to another episode of the We Got the Chocolates podcast. I'm Lee.
I'm Skin.
And I'm Cody.
That is Mikus over there.
Hello.
Mikus films and chimes in when we need him. You have probably arrived by accident, but definitely stay for a laugh. On the podcast, we play games, tell jokes, talk about the things that made us laugh. This week, We Got the Chocolates. That is a win. And I had the weirdest weekend ever in terms of like Saturday, kicked goal of the year. I think, Skin, you can probably back me up there in our Aussie Rules game.
I wouldn't go quite that far. It was very good, though. It was impressive.
Thank you, Skin.
I'm sure someone has kicked a better goal this year, though.
Well, yeah, maybe. But, yeah, probably. Actually, in the AFL,
Actually, one of our forwards probably the quarter before kicked one that was pretty similar.
So well done. You kicked the goal of the quarter, mate. Well done.
Yeah, in fact, he kicked two better, I think, in that quarter.
Excellent.
So I kicked, goal of the quarter.
Yeah.
But you know what was also disappointing about playing Aussie Rules, and this is not even the worst part of my weekend, but before we play, so reserves at midday, there is I think it must be like an under 14s game or something like that, like juniors, right?
Yeah.
It is proper packed to the hilt.
As in
Like,
with spectators.
with spectators.
Yeah.
And I assume, obviously, because most of them are parents, they go and watch their kids play.
Yeah, and 14-year-olds can't drive themselves, I suppose.
That's true.
Oh, not with that attitude.
Yeah. Well, it can, yeah. And then as soon as the game finishes, everyone leaves and we play in front of three people.
And that's fair enough too, honestly.
Yeah. Okay, fair. So that is a disappointing thing. But the more disappointing thing, well, Skin, actually, to summarise too, that's the first game that we've actually played in that was a win this week.
Nice
So
work.
that was nice. So we're away. We've started our tally, which is great. In terms of disappointment, I think I'm actually the worst golfer in the world. But I thought that and then realised I'm not. I'm the third worst golfer in a competition that had 160 people in it yesterday.
That's not good.
No, not good, especially because I would be one of the highest handicaps too. Like the handicap I was playing off yesterday was 25. And yeah, I think I had like 24 points or something in Stableford.
So you've had 37 over.
Well, I reckon I shot 120 in total.
Fuck, that's so many hits.
Yeah, that's the thing. Practice makes perfect.
Yeah,
So-
obviously, yeah. So next week you'll be good. Oh, it's plenty of touches, isn't it?
It's like, so I went into the comp for Pacific Golf Course.
Yeah.
I didn't even realise you could do this, which is disappointing because it was quite disheartening. Went in after my round and was like third last out of 160. It was like Mikus in the tipping comp for NRL.
Oh, it's plenty of touches, mate.
Someone's got to be third last, though. I mean,
Thank you, Skin. I just
that's
didn't
how
really.
competitions work, Mitchell.
I was hoping it wasn't me.
At least your handicap will blow out.
Yeah, but apparently I've got to play 20 rounds before that happens. And at the rate I'm going, I might not.
You might not make it.
That's right. Because it was just, I can't not hit the ball right. It's just like, I'll line up thinking like, oh yeah, flag's there straight-ish. So I should probably hit the ball like straight-ish. And then my club just goes, no, you know where he wants to be actually?
Yeah.
75 metres to the right in the trees where he can't find his ball.
Concerning.
Yeah, I know. I wish someone would sort it out.
I'll come and help you, mate. Don't worry about
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Yeah. So that was my weekend, which was great.
nice.
Now, joke of the week this week. Skin is a little bit different, actually. Do you want to explain what's happening there?
Oh, yeah, I can do that. We have the audio form, we have a compilation of knock-knock jokes from our latest YouTube video. Should have been posted on Monday. If you're listening to this the day it comes out. So go watch that.
I'll believe that when I see it.
All right, here is an excerpt.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
The interrupting dyslexic cow.
It's just...
Mo.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Ours.
How's who?
That's correct.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Spell.
Spell who?
WHO.
Skid. Sorry. Even I got through that one.
Everyone said that one.
Yeah. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
This guy's.
Disgusting.
This guy's your boyfriend? You could do way better.
Probably.
Remember, they're just jokes.
They didn't get any better the second time around.
So that is now out up on YouTube. Very good. I think Skin's picked a few of there's better ones in there as well that Skin obviously didn't include because you need a reason to go and watch it.
Little teaser.
Little teaser. Exactly. Yep.
Yep, can confirm they were not the best ones. We've also had a written joke sent in, as per usual, comes from Joel from Coventry. I don't know where Coventry is.
It's in the UK, mate.
It sounds like the UK, isn't it?
Yeah. It's also not pronounced whatever you're saying.
Is it Coventry?
Coventry.
That's
Coventry.
Dave the Brit that's speaking, by the way.
Yeah, right.
He's got your mic on, actually, Dave.
What is your favourite type of tree? Is it a Coventry, by any chance?
I thought that's what they buried people in, a coffin tree.
Crikey, that's a bit morbid.
All right, this will be good then. Come on then.
Okay. Been having trouble with premature ejaculation recently, so I ordered some pills off the internet to help. They must be good. 2 weeks after ordering, still haven't come.
It sounds a lot like us shipping stuff.
Yeah, right.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, I thought the first part of that was just Skin just reading out his diary.
She's 75 hard journal.
We'll get on to 75 hard a little bit later, actually. But that Joke of the Week segment is brought to you by our friends at Better Beer. And we are on the zero alcs at the moment due to, again, 75 hard, which we will be talking about in great detail later in the episode. And I think Goaty is fired up for that, something that he's really been preparing himself for. Now, on Friday night, we had the Queensland Freeze, which was at the Gabba. It was obviously for Fight M&D was the fundraiser, part of like the big freeze. I think it's the 10th year of doing it, which is raising funds for motor neuron disease. And it was, I just want to, because this is a question that we got asked a lot at footy the next day, post doing the dunk.
Mm-hmm.
Was it cold? And the answer to that is yes.
Yes, it's an ice bath.
Extremely. Potentially colder than what I expected, if that's possible.
Okay. Yep.
Like real cold.
Yeah.
Well, it just water with ice, so it wouldn't have been a bath, I wouldn't have thought.
No, but it's like to the point where like Adam Denston, who is from Gogglebox.
Good fella too from Reports.
Really good guy. He was emceeing the whole night, and he would come and stick a microphone straight into your face after you've just gone down and under and dunked, and you genuinely couldn't speak. Like,
No.
it was breathtaking.
Yeah. And I just couldn't think about anything else either. It was like, I don't even know what you're asking me. Just get me out of the water.
And Skin and I kind of made a pact beforehand because everyone was getting like dunked before us, and there were a lot of people that got dunked pre-game, and I kind of felt like John Millman, for example, quite a well-known person.
He beat Federer in the US Open.
Yeah, that's right. He got dunked before, like probably half an hour before the game, and like probably not a sellout crowd yet. Like a lot of people still finding their seats.
Yeah.
And then we were at halftime where every man and his dog was, which was interesting.
Yeah.
So we had just like, packed crowd and atmosphere. But we'd watched the people that got dunked already, and it was very like they were under, back up, and we're like, okay, nice. Like, so we made a pact that we were going to stay under for as long as we could. Not like holding your breath, but just like stay under and thumbs up and give the photographer a bit to work with.
Bit of love, yeah.
So I thought, like in my head, I thought I'd stayed under for like 15 seconds. And then I watched the video back and I was under for maybe 1.8.
Sounds a bit like a love life, mate.
I'm overselling myself a little bit. It was definitely quite cold. No question. Skim, one thing I wanted to ask you though,
Sure.
in terms of like, you know how everyone's sort of saying like how cold is it genuinely? Temperature of that, like how long could you actually stay in that for? Your Bachelor of Chemistry.
Which I don't have.
Right. No. What was it again?
Bachelor of Science.
Bachelor of Science.
Majored in physics.
Majored in physics, and so ice particles are a big part of that course.
Well, I didn't measure the temperature of the ice bath while I was in it, but generally ice baths are around 4 degrees Celsius, I think.
Okay.
And you could, because Lee was comparing the ice bath we got dunked in to the water of the night of the Titanic crash was what he said.
Wait, so am I wrong? Surely it's about that, is it not?
Well, no, not really. The water reported after the Titanic crash was at -2 degrees Celsius.
Right.
Which is interesting because water should freeze at 0, but it's seawater, so it's
I
salty.
think it did have quite a bit of like ice in that water. Hence probably the thing they hit. I guess.
It was a rather large vessel of ice.
Well, yeah, but there would have also been quite a bit of liquid in the water. Otherwise, the boat wouldn't have moved.
That's a good point. It would have been on land.
Yes.
And not a boat, a car.
Yeah. But no, I think because the seawaters get salted, it drops the freezing temperature lower. So it, obviously there was still some liquid. But anyways, so point being that water is colder. I think at 4 degrees Celsius, you could survive for like 90 minutes. And I think the longest people survived the Titanic was around 45 minutes sort of thing at that temperature.
So we could have survived for longer in that ice bath. That we're in.
You said we would die if we stayed in there for a minute and you were,
Fuck, you're over dramatic.
and you were off by 89 minutes.
Didn't you tell me there's some bloke that does like a 30-minute ice bath
there's
every
this
day?
Wilmhoff guy. I think that's his name. I don't know what his deal is or why he's so into it, but he like lives in the snow and just goes diving in icy water for like an hour at a time. I don't understand.
It's interesting. All right. The other thing that happened during that game, because it was the Brisbane Lions, not during the game, after the game, Brisbane Lions versus St Kilda was the game. And then I woke up on Saturday morning and this gave me a laugh, I think, because of how ridiculous I think it is. But I'll explain first to give context. Lockie Neal was getting a post-match interview from Abby Holmes on Channel 7. And at the end of the interview, he like gave her a peck on the cheek and walked off, right? A massive outrage caused on Twitter about the whole thing. And I feel like it's worth noting that they are friends. That's important to know. I would agree that it would potentially be quite weird if that was their first ever interaction. Maybe that would be strange. But like, I think the whole like blowing up about it being on TV and it's a good borderline, like just a border that's been crossed and it's never been done before on national television. Like these were like the headlines that I was reading and I was just like, mate, if these guys are, I don't know if I'm speaking on behalf of all South Africans, but the South African families that I know, it's like rude not to kiss. No, like I don't mean that. Yes, the different levels
like
of
kiss
kissing.
on the cheek,
Obviously, like, kiss on the cheek is like if you meet them for the first time, they're 100% going kiss on the cheek. Some of the most awkward encounters of my life have always been meeting new people, particularly girls. Because if it's a bloke, you generally just walk up and shake their hand. And girls, I often try and do the same thing, and they're maybe leaning in for a hug, or sometimes I've gone the other way and gone real confident with myself and gone, I'll go hug. They're going handshake, and you just end up with like a hand in your sternum. Some of the
That
more
sounds like
awkward
something you
encounters.
do, yeah.
So I never know how to do it, but I feel like in this scenario, they probably know each other, and it's probably just like a regular interaction.
I cannot believe the blow up on this. Seriously, I can guarantee I can pick the type of people that will be blowing up. Yeah.
It couldn't have looked less uncomfortable for the two of them. It looked completely normal.
It's a normal thing. Is it not a normal thing to do?
Well, yeah. If you know someone well enough, it's perfectly normal. And obviously they know each other well enough because neither of them looked uncomfortable. It was like the most normal interaction and everyone blew up about it. Like, and I just didn't understand some of the comments people made were like, well, if they don't know each other well, this would be very weird.
Yes.
And that's why we're talking about it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, but obviously they do know each other well, so there's no point talking about it.
Yeah, apart from that major detail that they do know each other quite well.
That's right. That's literally like they were doing one of the hypothetical debates on our podcast.
But even like I don't know, like even I remember like meeting Rochelle for the first time a few years ago. Like I'll shake hands first, but then like, oh, okay, I'll see you later. I'll quite often kiss on the cheek. You don't want to kiss her on the cheek?
Nah, dust.
It's no good.
Dust. I just don't do it. Yeah. I feel weird doing that.
Okay.
We're not saying you have to do it.
No, I know. Well, I just shook my head and then everyone wanted my opinion, and I wasn't really planning on saying it, but no, dust.
Dust fit. Are you going no kiss on the cheeks to anyone?
Yeah, I hate hugging people.
Wow, not a hugger.
Not a hugger.
Okay. I like it when people come straight up to you and make a stand. They're like, hey, I'm a hugger. And you're like, great. That gives you a nice. I had that recently when someone walked up and said, I'm a hugger. And you're like, okay, great. Yep. Excellent. I know exactly what we're doing.
Handshakes are for strangers.
You do say that. Yeah. It's a nice little principle to live by, Skin.
Yeah, cool.
So if they're strangers, shake hands.
Okay.
You following?
I'm following. I got that.
Social sins and wins. Jingle button, please, buddy.
Sins, but also wins. Let's look at this tonight. Is it a sin or a winner? Well, my hair's getting thinner. Might be love or strife in a social life.
It's beautifully done, mate. One of your best solo ones, I reckon.
Yeah, I've gone by myself there. Where were you for that, Mikas?
That was a long time ago.
Was it?
Yeah, I think that was before me.
It can't have been before you. It's like actually good quality.
You were born in the 90s.
Oh, Skin.
Nice, Mitchell.
Skin.
Very good.
Where the hell did that come from?
That was
you
really
before.
weird. That just occurred to me so quickly. That must be what it's like to be you guys.
How did it feel? Did it feel all right?
I felt great. It just popped in
Look
my
at the
head.
smile on his
He looks
face.
so happy. It's genuine. Like, it's just, mate. I mean, do you want to? Should we stop the podcast?
Well, you may as well sit in one of these two chairs, champion. You're on fire. No, Social Sins and Wins, where we scour through the internet social pages and find stuff that's made us laugh, so a win, and some stuff that's potentially made us angry, a social sin. I'm going to start us off with a sin, though, if that's all right, boys.
Yes.
All right. So something popped up on my Facebook feed yesterday on Friday, July 5th, 2024, Hobby Horse Queensland Hobby Championships. Michael Kelly is interested.
That also popped up on my newsfeed, Mick. Explain.
That's a win. What do you mean? It's self-explanatory. Not really at all.
Not at all. What's a hobby horse?
No, I've seen like the hobby horse stuff before where it's like the stick with like the horse's head and they like run around the course and they're just, and they're like jumping over the things. I'm not actually interested in the event. I just saw it and I was like, that'll be funny to click interested because I think people might see it and I think that's funny. And Goaty saw it and obviously didn't think it was that funny.
No, I think we thought it was funny.
For other reasons that you thought it was funny.
Yeah. But maybe I'll go. Maybe we should all go.
Okay.
I'm busy.
I'd be pretty interested to see what the heck they do there.
Bush go.
Anyway.
All right, very good. Nice start, Giggers. I am going to go to. There's so much happening in this one that I'm not sure like which parts sins, and I think most of them are sins. There's a lot of sinning, not many wins. But this was Richmond and a Collingwood fan going at each other on Twitter from the AFL here in Australia. And a Collingwood fan has written like 8 premiership points in June to the Richmond fan because they're having a stinker of a season. And then the Richmond fan says 1 premiership in the last decade. Right.
Nice comeback.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the Collingwood fan says, we both have the same amount of premierships in the last decade, you goose. And to which he responds, the Richmond fan says, no, you don't. And then he says, the decade starts in 2020, hence we both have the same amount.
Oh, technicality.
So, but like technicality kind
But
of
also wrong.
So that's the first bit is like, no, the last decade can be the last 10 years. You don't just start the decade from like 2020 and then
There's a subtle difference between this decade and the last decade.
Since the start of the decade.
That's right. And the second thing that I think is worth clarifying, and this is a bugbear that I've brought up many times in Social Sins and Wins, I can assure you that both of you have the exact same amount of premierships, which is 0 because neither of you play. You're both just fans.
Nice.
So calm down.
Okay, very fair. I like it. All right. I think this one's a win. From Twitter, Pop Crave posted an article that says Lady Gaga's former NYU classmate says she wasn't a big fan of her because she was too extra and would belt songs from Wicked during lunchtime. So just complaining about her being loud. And someone replied, that's why she's called Lady Gaga and you're called Lady Gaga's former classmate.
Nice skin. I've been on fire the last 5 minutes.
This chair's yours, mate. Ready for the taking.
All right. This one is in reference to Paul Kent's fight. He's
Well, fight's a loose term. Cartwheel into the tree was.
well, yes, exactly. So this was NRL pundit. Would you say? What is he like? Commentator,
former player, now journo. Yeah, only played one game. I'm fairly certain. Could be wrong.
But he's on that. Well, he's on the show.
Formerly on NRL 360.
Yes.
Yep.
And, formerly correct because now, apparently, according to this guy, he is on NRL 360 because he got thrown into a tree. He ended up like upside down in tree roots.
Yeah.
Okay. Quite funny. So that's a win.
Yeah, okay. I feel guilty laughing about that. I wouldn't do much better in a fight, I don't think. But.
Yeah, but you'd also probably not have the fire.
Oh, yes. Except for the bartender not giving you water.
Okay. This one's from a little while ago. I think it was back in March in cricket, Australia versus New Zealand. Marnus made some runs for maybe the first time in a little while, to be fair. But so cricket.com.au posted a fine innings and timely return to form for Marnus, who made 90, falls 10 short of a century. Paul replied, yep, finally, and at a needed time. But as they say, even a monkey will type a word given enough time.
What?
So essentially, I think it's meaning very similar to my saying a broken clock is right twice a day.
Yes, yes. Except the person he's calling a monkey has hit like 11 test hundreds and averages 50 and just hit 90. It's more like if the monkey typed a fucking Harry Potter novel or something, then one word. It's like, what are you talking about?
Yep. That's fair skin.
Beautiful. Harry, Harry's responding to a tweet from the Daily Mail, UK. Girl named IKEA had to change her name to stop being picked on at school. Harry's tweeted, "Stop being picked on at school is arguably a worse name." So that's a win for Harry.
That's a win for Harry. That's standing gear. All right. Well, this one actually, and I might just turn Dave the Brit's mic on here because this is interesting. This was from the UK, as you would expect. A court found that calling a man bald is now sexual harassment. Since hair loss is more common among men than women, the three-judge bench opinioned that calling a man bald in the workplace is a form of discrimination comparable to commenting on the size of a woman's breast. Did you know that over there, Dave the Brit?
I did not know that.
We heard it twice.
He's actually coming from the UK.
I think he's phoned in there. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. I'm not sure any thoughts on that straight away, but it seems strange.
Yeah, I don't understand how it's sexual harassment. Surely it's just
harassment.
Harassment.
I guess, yeah. Or otherwise known as just a key eye for details.
Yeah.
Keen eye for details. But anyway, Andrew commented, could be worse. They could have been called a slaphead. You know how bald? Apparently in the UK, everyone that's bald, they just walk up and slap their head.
No way.
Genuine. It doesn't happen.
No.
No, we don't really do that here, I don't think. I mean, I'd say I've got a fairly bald head.
No one's ever slapped it?
No, a lot of people do come and feel it.
That's also
Like-
pretty weird.
Yeah, I always get people like coming up and like rubbing it and it feels weird. The bald head, that is. Oh, that's not much better. That's sort of interchangeable terms.
Yeah, no, we got it.
No. Okay.
Are you done, are you?
You got him.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. Anyways, Mikas and I went for a run yesterday because, we've got the old marathon coming up.
Yes, we do.
Yep. Didn't go that well, I'll be honest. We wanted to get, we got 20 kilometres in,
Yeah.
which is less than half of a marathon.
Yes.
Wait, you got 20 kilometres into how many were you trying to run?
20. No, we got the job done. It's just that the marathon's in 2 weeks or something. 3 weeks? 2 weeks?
You're just tapering.
Tapering. I'm reverse tapering.
We're ramping it up.
I'm
You're super gluing.
Yeah, genuinely. Yes. Yeah. No. Well, yeah. Yesterday was just a big wake up call because we did a pretty shit job of the marathon last year. I think it's fair to say. Ran 5 hours.
Mikas was just over
sorry,
4,
Mikas,
wasn't he?
I'll speak for myself. Yeah, you were fine. We ran 5 hours and 17 minutes, I think it was, which was disappointing. And I had 12 months notice this time. Thought we've got all this time to prepare. We're obviously going to be significantly better. And then, went for a run yesterday and felt a lot worse than I did this time last year somehow.
Yeah, you came to work this morning and said, I don't think I'm going to get through 42.
No.
Which is not good signs.
No.
Because last year you thought we were going to get through 42 and we barely did. Like, I would even say that, I think the reason I was keen to do it again is because to say that we ran a marathon is kind of generous because we ran it a bit and, we ran most of it, but we definitely walked parts of it.
Yeah, we walked a decent chunk of the marathon, yeah.
So I want to be able to say, finish it and say, we ran a marathon. That was kind of why I was still, hoping to do another one. And then you coming to work today after doing your 20Ks and saying, I don't think I'll make it to 42. Really hasn't filled me with confidence. I think where things went so wrong for us last year is when we stopped. Our hips just, locked up. Yeah. So we've got to find a way to just keep moving.
Just call Shakira.
Yeah, and that's my...
I think that's the thing.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, no, I agree. But that's my concern because this time last year, I did a 20K run and got to the end of it and felt fine. Like I could have kept running a little bit further. And then in the marathon, it was around the 27K mark that happened. We were in strife. And then yesterday, we were at 18.5 Ks and I was feeling like my hips were starting to lock up.
Yeah, that is notoriously a tough time in a marathon. Though.
Yeah, the 18.5 K mark.
The just before half time part.
That's when you want to be breaking down.
Yeah. That's generally where people have their first steak break.
Yeah, most of the time. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't. I would usually wait till about 27, but I mean, if that's what other people want to do, that's fine.
That's concerning because I didn't even do that run with you, but I've had the opposite feeling where I've been feeling better in my general fitness, like playing footy on the weekend. I actually felt for the first time, like, because that was a big part of the reason why we started doing 75 hard. I'm not sure if we've mentioned it very much, but when Mikus, he got me in a vulnerable time because I'd played footy the day before and genuinely felt horrific. Like I was so slow and unfit and couldn't run at all. Weighed myself and was
You're
like,
also 34 though.
yeah, that's what you got to remember. And by remember, I mean forget.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of the issue. Is like if I still want to play sport and stuff, I can't be old and unfit. I need to be one or the other, and I can't really be younger, so I have to be fitter. You know what I'm saying, Gingus?
You could also just stop playing AFL and cricket and just play golf and work on your golf game.
That's true. Although I haven't got much to work on by the looks.
Well, when you're shooting 120, you got plenty of work on.
You've got plenty to work on. You haven't got much to work with.
Definitely what I meant. So that's why we started 75 Hard, Gody. And I understand that you are very keen to sign up.
I could not think of anything less that I'd rather do with my life, I'll be honest with you, than do 75 hard. And I'll jump in and say I applaud you guys for trying to get fitter and healthier, but the fact that you've had to label it with this ridiculous fucking challenge, which is so stupid, all right, annoys me.
Yes. We can call it something else if you want.
No, well, like I said, like you guys getting fitter and healthier and like eating better food and drinking less piss, I love that stuff.
Yeah.
The fact that I'm going to provide two examples.
This sounds concerning.
So we got back from the footy, or we had to walk back from the stadium that we're at. These three idiots started their Strava watches, all right, to try and get another 45-minute walks in. Now, the walk from the stadium to the hotel was 18 minutes. So what did they do? They got back to the hotel, then went back out again at midnight to do 23 minutes more walking. All right.
Genius.
Lee then came back to our room and said, I don't want to do this, but I've got to do a 45-minute gym session. This is like getting closer to 1 a.m.
The mental strength of him.
But are you telling me that you somehow think that's healthier than, I don't know, getting fucking 2 more hours extra sleep?
No, I would argue that I didn't feel great the next day. Okay.
You forgot the key detail where Mikus fell asleep in
on
the
the
1 a.m.
fucking machine.
in the 1 a.m. gym session.
That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
No, but we had a personal trainer in that room that said, now, because you've got 6 reps of that chest press and obviously do 3, sleep 3.
Yeah. That's like his marathon with the steak sandwich in the middle.
Yeah, but that also doesn't happen every day. Like you usually do something in the morning, like a walk, and then go to the gym in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it does seem to be happening a
every
lot
day.
for me.
Yes. Yeah. See, yesterday I was at home, ran with you in the morning, still managed to do my gym session at 11 o'clock at night. It was,
See, that's not good.
no, I agree.
Can I say,
Yes.
I did something similar, still got 9 hours sleep on the whoop. So
I'm going to say,
Mate,
if
you've probably got 9 hours sleep in your bed, not on the whoop.
small bed. Wonderful bed, though, if you know what I'm saying.
I think we do know what you're saying.
I'm going to throw one more at you. Monday
no.
night,
Okay.
all right, the podcast last week.
Yep.
We did the podcast at night. What time did we leave the building?
8 maybe, was it?
Nah, 9:30.
Okay, yeah.
9.
You guys hadn't seen your significant others in 4 days.
Yeah.
The comment that Skid made, all right, you ready to go home, Skid? Oh, you could be headed home yet? Oh, yeah, I've still got to do my 45-minute walk before I go home.
I'm not going to lie. I'm still in the doghouse.
that's not great.
It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life, and it's not even fucking close.
All right, we are finishing with the game, and this time around it is called Pass the Pub Test. Now, no jingle for this either because it's the debut of this, but it's not really a real debut. It's sort of like a fake debut because it's essentially a segment that we are just doing a slightly speedier version of.
Nice.
You're familiar with You're a Quizzed Goaty. It takes a while because there's 3.5 jingles that we have to get through. We have to get someone on the phone. And we thought that given how badly we went at trivia recently when we went.
Some of us went badly.
Yeah, well, we're a team, so we all went badly.
Yeah, that's true.
We feel like we actually do need to practice pub trivia, and I saw it as a game yesterday when I was walking around the shops. It's literally called pub trivia. It's like a board game that's just got questions for us. So I want to practice. I have appointed myself games master. There are 7 questions, and if you're listening along, in order to pass the pub test, you do have to get more than 50%. That's from my teaching background. I worked that out, Skin.
C's get degrees.
I think it's P's in C's in school, P's in university.
I thought they even said 3s in university, but you had to reset.
That's a fail,
No,
isn't
that's
it?
a fail. It was fours open doors. That
Fours
was-
open doors.
Oh, so right.
What's the P?
P's pass.
Oh, right. Makes sense.
It
And
goes-
3, you could do a reset, I reckon.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if
I
you
never
got-
got less than a 4.
I never got listened to.
Wait, what is it? Is it high distinction,
7.
credit,
Credit
pass? Is that how university
reset,
works?
fail, you're fucked. I think the bottom line is just you're fucked, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they say in academic speak.
Yeah.
I believe for if you get a 1. Anyway, so pass the pub test is what we're doing. You do need to get more than half of the questions right to say that you've passed.
Did you say 7?
Well, I have 7, but I'm not sure how the time's going to go because we might get distracted. Some of the questions are quite interesting.
Okay.
Here you are. First question. Oh, buzzers.
Wait, what happens
Buzzers.
here? Okay, that's what we're doing?
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah. So I won't be answering.
Yeah.
So remember how we play games? Yeah. So you guys buzz in. What's your buzzer? Goaty.
Godel.
Albert.
Barley.
Does the winner
Vegas.
get that?
The winner gets
Can we have
The
a
iPad?
New, no,
No.
like the bottle opener and the Tazo.
You've
thing?
already got both of those things.
Well, show up to the camera. People might not have seen him yet.
You are an idiot. So speaking of tapering, Cody has tapered the bottle opener to the desk so I can't pick it up. So that's what he's laughing at.
That is
Idiot.
good.
Okay, 1-0 to Cody. All right, first question. Here you go. Disco, in post, that's Dave the Brit that knows jack shit. Can you put some little trivia music in behind this? I love it. Okay. What sea sits between Australia and New Zealand?
Godel.
Barley.
Tasman.
That is the Tasman. Well done, Cody. I'll get you a correct thing for you. That's 1-0. Oh, that's quite low. 1-0. Question 2. Now, that one was from, there's a few different categories here.
Look at your fingers. How busy are
I know. That was, I'm trying to work
Jesus.
out which one that would have been geography, I assume, wouldn't it? You would think.
I guess that would have been sport.
No. History and geography, I think, is the question that was from. Okay. Then we have, what famous amusement park did not let men with long hair enter until the late 1960s?
Albert.
Nice. Correctly buzzed in.
You're just getting a bit too busy there, mate.
Sorry, mate.
Disneyland.
Well done, Skid. I see. I knew you were going to get that right. Disneyland.
Why? Any reason behind that?
I haven't actually asked Walt, but is he still frozen? Walt? He was in the ice bath with us.
He was in the Titanic.
What are you saying?
Walt,
Oh, Disney.
wasn't he frozen?
Oh.
That's where Disney on Ice started from. I don't think that's true. Is it?
That's
wouldn't
just
think
Disney
so.
shows on an ice rink.
Yeah, that's where they're skating around.
Yeah.
But no, Walt Disney was definitely preserved via freezation,
Freezation.
which isn't a word. Via freezing.
I didn't know this.
Pretty sure. But I'm not sure what was their issue with long hair.
No, neither am I.
Sorry, I should probably know that. And I'm sure if this was real trivia, someone probably would. What name is given to the class of animals that eat both meat and vegetables?
Oh, no, there you go. You're in front.
Albert, you were in.
Omnivore.
I believe so. I haven't actually checked the answer for that
That's
one.
100% right.
That does sound right. Let me just check for you. Wrong card. This is good. It is indeed an omnivore. Well done, Skin. That's 2-1 to you.
If I get 0, can I do a nudie run?
I mean, you can just do a nudie run if you're that into it.
No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
All right, Megas, this one's more in your wheelhouse, I
That's
reckon.
good.
Here you are. Okay. Stefani Joanne Angelina Germanotta is better known as which famous pop singer?
Godel.
Barley.
I think Godel was in
Is it
first.
Gwen Stefani?
It is not Gwen Stefani. Albert was in next.
Yeah, but I regret what I was thinking. I'll
Okay.
go Lady Gaga.
Wow.
What I was going to say.
That was just an accident.
Skin, that is outstanding. Very, very
What happened?
well
I just
done.
blacked out.
Skin, you are on fire here. Three.
It's been his day today,
One
hasn't
of
it?
the great days.
Three. Is that three?
Yeah, three.
Three to Skin.
It must
one
have
to
been all those
Goaty.
10 pages you've done.
Exactly.
Mick is still nude.
Oh,
Question
yeah.
5. In algebra,
Oh.
what is 2x multiplied by 2x?
Barley.
Okay. Because I wasn't suspecting this was going to be the one that was in your wheelhouse.
Oh, you can suspect that it's
I'll
wrong.
go Godel as well.
Okay, so there we've got Barley's in, Albert's in, Godel's also in. All right, I'm ready for you.
4x.
4x, lock it in.
I've got nothing else to lock in, so yes.
Go, Mickers.
Skin.
Is it 4x squared?
Damn it.
It is indeed 4x squared.
Pretty sure I almost said that.
Yeah, you were so close. I was letting you finish, but
Oh, that's
Courteous
kind of you.
all right. This is the sixth question. Sixth question, but it is the final one because we've been going
How long have we been going for?
long. 7 minutes.
This one's obviously worth 5.
This one's worth 5, and it's hard.
Oh.
What is the dominant colour of professional water polo balls?
Barley.
Godel. Barley was in first.
Yellow.
It is yellow. Mick.
And that's 5.
done. That's
Wow.
outstanding. It's not 5, Skin. I think it's your day today. You have been magnificent. Skin gets the chocolates there. If you're listening at home, you needed more than half the questions right. Well, there were 6, so you need to get 3. Is that right?
That's still half.
That's 50%, isn't it?
That'll do.
That'll pass the pub.
Give him an extra 1%.
Yeah, extra 1%. We rounded up to the nearest
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, obviously.
So 51%.
Yeah, that last question was worth something.
5 Mickers. Oh, the bad news is, Mickers, no nude run for you.
Oh, there will be.
Great. Excellent. Now, seems as we've done social sins and wins this episode, so we don't need any more urine for an X. We've also done trivia, so we can't do a get fact. So what we can do is a get wrecked. And what I mean by that is, Skin,
I don't know.
a recommendation. Okay. And the reason I say that is because last week, remember we talked about somehow it came up. I don't know what it was. It was Domino by Jesse J. We got 2 emails in this week, or 1 Instagram message, 1 email saying, boys, thanks so much for the recommendation. Can you make that a regular thing? I've just had Domino playing out at work and it's an absolute banger. We then got a follow-up email that said, I've now played it 4 times and I hate it. So that was good.
So the limit was 3.
So the limit was 3. So any recommendation that we do make sure you don't overdo it. That's all I would say. So I'm happy to throw out a recommendation if you like.
Yeah, go.
What I have for my song that I would recommend listening to this week, it is Whip It, but as we would obviously say, We Up It. And that's by Lunch Money Lewis. No relation to Daniel Day-Lewis, I don't think.
Or Wally Lewis, by
Or
any
not
chance?
Wally Lewis. Who was Daniel Day-Lewis?
He's an actor.
Still is or done?
I think so.
Still acts?
No idea. He was in No Country for Old Men, wasn't he? Am I thinking of the right guy?
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh, that was Daniel Knight Lewis.
Yeah, so that would be my song
Wait,
recommendation.
is that? How's that song go? Am I thinking of the right song? Tell me it's not.
Let it whip, child.
Oh,
okay,
that's good.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's a good song. Yeah.
Whip it.
Dave the Brute, have you got any sample there that you can give us just the first part? Obviously, the people at Copyright Centers might smack it. But
I was looking at Daniel Day-Lewis. He
Yeah.
made a film in 2023.
Oh, nice.
By the looks of it.
Okay. So he's probably not retired.
I've turned your mic
And
off.
I was thinking of the right guy, but the wrong movie. It's There Will Be Blood. Sorry, everyone.
Okay.
Don't apologise, mate. My recommendation is responsibly, of course, whatever hard earn you've got, whack on the Rabbitohs, mate, the 8.
Oh, nice. What? The Rabbitohs coming.
Flying,
Where
baby.
are they sitting on the ladder?
15th?
Don't they repeatedly lose games?
No, we just beat the Broncos on the weekend.
They've
Lol.
won 3 in a row now, haven't they?
Fucking lol.
Beat
Any
someone,
excuses there, Brisbane fans? I wouldn't have thought so.
They beat someone, then they beat the Buy, and then they beat the Broncos.
Yeah, no, the bye was the Broncos on the weekend.
And my other one is your favourite footy player should be Callum Archie.
Yeah, nice.
What a guy.
Yeah,
Holy
bloke.
heck. Yeah,
That's cool.
Brisbane Lions. It's like, we got to meet him last week and genuine, he's a guru. So that's now my favourite footy player. So you can join me on that if you want.
Yeah, it's cool when you meet people you see on TV and they're actually nice people. That's lovely.
That is true.
Yeah.
We almost met Brian Taylor Roaming Brian.
Not from commentary fame, not from AFL. I think he kicked 100 goals in a year, BT, but from roaming BT.
Genuinely, we were in the dressing rooms after that game and they were like, go sit over there so BT might talk to you. And Skin was
I ran the other way.
Yeah, Skin was legged it the other way.
One of my favourite roaming BTs, do you remember Daniel Worrell from South Australia?
Yes, I remember this exact video.
He was in the background of like roaming BT, and then you remember when dabbing was a thing? He was in the background, he like snuck out behind him, went like,
He was like dabbing like nuts, and then someone commented on the video saying like, shouldn't that guy be practicing bowling, like, because he like just spraying him about taking no wickets or something. And then Daniel Worrell commented back, the two aren't mutually exclusive. Right, yeah, that is another episode of the We Got the Chocolates podcast complete. We'd love you to get in touch with us. It's at We Got the Chocolates. Wherever you are on social media, you'll find us there. Send us a message or an email, as we talked about. Skin, you like to finish with homework generally. Have you got anything prepared?
No, but off the top of the dome, I would say what we alluded to in the joke of the week. We've got a YouTube video recently posted on the Monday, so it'd be nice if you could go check that out.
Yes.
Maybe leave a comment, things of that nature.
Why not?
Maybe subscribe if you haven't already.
share it on your own socials, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to work you too hard, but things along those lines.
Maybe make a video for us.
Join them on the 75-day hard. That'll be fun. You'll lose all your friends, so that'll be good.
You have us. Remember to get out and have a chin wag with your mates this week. If you're doing that, you're absolutely getting the chocolates. We love having you here. We'll speak to you again this time next week. And as always, good luck in the future. And that's Stumps. Love you.
Love you.
Love 75 days.